Alright, so this topic has got me. I've did discuss this in the past on the videos, and I would like to remind myself is that countries like Western world and multiculturalism needs skilled migrant or foreign student, right, international student, because the individual who stayed in the country is comfortable and doesn't want like changes or be a hustler. It gets weakened generation by generation. But when you have new bloods like skilled migrant or foreign international student, they meet their ends meet, especially the international students. They're paying triple of their degree, right? Comparison to the local, and they have to meet their ends need. Like they have to find a way to hustle it to make that money. That's my alarm clock. So when you have like that, like I'm pretty sure if you have a local student, who try to, or local individual try to compete, it doesn't compete in a way, because the way how it works is that you're very comfortable, you know what you get and everything like that. But a skilled migrant, and the reason why a skilled migrant and a sort of foreign student will always win is that they're looking at different lens. For example, if they're getting a minimum wage or they're not getting much money, they can even convert that dollar back to their country and money transfer to their country by all means, right? They're eager to learn and have the responsibility and having a hustling and learn how to way to survive and making money and making more money, because the visas or the test is making it very difficult for them to learn. And on top of that, they have the studies that they have, so they have to learn and all around and make sure their studies are on top of their game. And whenever they get bounced back for getting decline of their visa or working towards to what sort of visa it is, they work even harder. They're like hungry wolves, they're ready to do anything. But the problem with the locals here, we don't take everything for granted because it's just put on our plate, and we don't work hard, and that's why many of them are is very fixation on their mindset on certain things, and they don't see the big picture or going out the outside the square box. This becomes problematic, and this is where it becomes going downhill. I don't want to work a second or third or fourth job because I'm paying more taxes. Like, it's that ingrained in their mind. But unfortunately, in today's world, you have to work because of the inflation and the ends needs and the lifestyle that you're having. You have to maintain it. You can't just rely on one job nowadays. But I think they don't want to go outside the box, or they're calling sicky, or perhaps what's that word? No weekend shifts or this and that, where others are more hungry and willing to take over. It's basically you're ready to be replaced. And we have a say in the Chinese, and we usually have it on those who are all senior workers who's been there on the floor for many times. Lao you tiao is just lazy, just being lazy. And I get to see the laziness everywhere I go. Now, the thing about it is that you can keep your lazy way, but at the end of the day, it's not going to pay out. It's actually hurting your potential prosperity and the future of yourself, because everyone's seeking the lazy way. Like, at times you have to seek a bit of lazy, and at times you have to seek the hard way. The hard way is the best way to teach you to have a prolonger of the survival, and nobody is going to replace you, because if you did the hard yard, you're willing to do the hard yard, and you stay in the hard yard. You're stay hard the whole time. And once you be soft and everything, you always can be replaceable, because your poor key performance and calling sick all the time, in comparison to international students are willing to make any money or ends and needs, and these are the hungry wolves coming up today. Myself, I've saw myself being outcompeted in a job interview. I've seen myself being outcompeted in the working market, And what I do now is I don't want to be down below. I want to stay on top of my game or go above them or stay at the same level as them. So you learn the way and you take it for granted and you hustle the way how it is. And I'm currently learning in that way as well. So it challenged me. It challenged my thoughts, but I have to be open because you never know, you know. Like I have to use it as a Chinese analogy where many of the rules of those who are countryside, who the biggest hustlers right now in China, going to the big cities, where they come from nothing to something, or go to different country, to hustle. You know how difficult it is not knowing the language, and you come to this country or coming to that country and hustle your way out. So you have that as well. It's very funny to see how the whole thing plays out. And I've seen the news, like many of them say, always it's the cost of living. Um, you know, not enough to live on, this and that. Man, you have to change the trend in the current status where cost of living and everything go up. You have to change yourself, whether you're gonna be a hustler or whether you move up and be more educated to get a higher paid wage. You can't just complain on the same level. It doesn't matter regardless what your work profession, whatever how it is what it is. You gotta change what the society is changing. And what I'm saying in this video is the young wolves, as like young potential wolves are willing to take over, starting from nothing to something. They grind very, very hard so they get there. So yeah, that's about it. That's what I'm trying to talk, and that's it. I believe I'm gonna head to work soon.